What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Caddx finally got their Protos ready to fly whoop to us with their new video system on there, and I took it out to the coast of Oregon to fly for you, just to give you kind of a different spin on this review from some of the other Protos reviews that you've seen out there. I wanted to see how this whoop would perform out in a little bit of windy conditions. I'm also going to fly it in the house for you today as well. I'm going to show you everything that's included, and we're just going to do a full hardcore review of the Caddx Protos. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm giving away that 5-inch and all that swag over there on the left-hand side of the screen, a December 15th giveaway. So for free to one lucky subscriber on the channel. I think you're going to be impressed. Here we go. right, my guys, welcome back from the flight test. This is the box that you get. It comes with everything you need to fly FPV in one glorious box. And I say glorious because of the way it feels coming out of the box. The case itself, everything seems to be really well made and feels really solid. Now, I say solid because it is. It feels really nice in my hands, and it feels like a better quality than some of the other Whoop bundles that I've gotten with some of the fabric style exteriors on the case. The handle feels really solid. The zipper is really nice and thick. You've got two coated zippers with the Caddx logo, which is pretty cool. Inside the box, and again, everything you need to fly in one box right there. The Protos design itself, it's a 78 millimeter inverted motor design with 40 millimeter props, and we have that Ascent Light HD system right in the middle. This does get really hot. You also have that sort of optical flow and LiDAR on the bottom as well for position hold. So if you're learning how to fly FPV, one of the things I always tell people to do is fly line of sight first, right? Fly it in front of you without the goggles. And flying in position hold is so cool because if you control the altitude, it will kind of stay in one spot. It doesn't move much. And it was really neat to see that once I started flying this FPV, playing around with the position hold, it really will stop like no other Whoop I've ever flown. So very stable position hold on there. Acro mode flies great. Angle mode is where you can fly stabilized. That's just what we call that in FPV. And the battery itself, we did get 3 batteries in the box. It is a proprietary battery, and it is an 840 milliamp 2S battery. It has this connector on the bottom here, which I've seen on some of the other Amazon style Whoops over the years. It's a very standardized connector. It does have a little hook on the top right here, and getting this battery off the quad when I first put it on there was a little bit of a chore. You have to lift this up and slide it out the back. So it kind of has a quick release right there that snaps into place, and that way the battery won't come off accidentally when you're flying it. And Caddx is saying we'll get 10 minutes per battery on this quad. What I also thought was pretty cool in the box, you get a 3-up charger, which puts all 3 batteries in the charger. All you have to do is slide them down into the slot. And this shows you an LED output of 25, 50, 75, and 100% charge. Very similar to DJI. It has a USB-C port on the side for powering it, and it also has a power button here. But I thought this was pretty easy to operate and kind of a foolproof way to charge batteries, especially for the beginners. And the Protos drone itself, it's pretty durable. The frame is injection molded. It is extremely tough. I did actually crash it quite a bit around the house with a low battery situation. The battery will just kind of drop it to the ground. They do say that it is a 2 megapixel HD camera on the front of it, which seems pretty good. It is changeable for the angle. You can tilt it up to about 30 degrees and get some pretty good speed out of it. And if you're flying indoors, I always tell the beginners to bring it down to level, and that way you can make those gaps a little easier. Now, I did think it was a little bit fast for some of the angle flying, but there is a lot of expo on the sticks. That means that when you're pushing the sticks, you won't really get a fast reaction out of it until you get to the outer edge of the stick direction. So you got to keep that in mind. When you're taking really hard curves, you got to put a lot of stick into it to make it turn really fast. So that's something that beginners need to think about. It is softened up on the rates a lot for the beginners. On the scale with the battery installed is 103.5 grams, just a little bit heavier than what they say on the website at 100 grams. Now the controller itself, it does feel like that smaller game style controller. It has the USB-C here. It has this power button here, which goes up to 4 LEDs on a full charge. It is mode 2, so I have throttle here, flip and rolls over here. We also have a flight mode switch and an arm switch here, as well as some little dial wheel on the side over here. And that's not really for changing the camera like a sort of an FPV filming style drone, because this is FPV after all. But it is called the A-Link, and it is an ELRS radio system. They say that the range on this goes out to about 3 kilometers. That would be really, really far for any type of whoop out there. So I think that's pretty amazing. It does have this sort of rubber grip on here, which feels pretty good. And again, we have a beeper on there, and it's pretty, pretty easy to use. No crazy stuff going on here. It is a little smaller than a lot of the other controllers, but again, it does have like almost a full size stick, a little bit shorter than your typical standard gimbals, but it does feel just fine in my hands. So, I mean, at the end of the day, would I buy it? If I was just getting into FPV, I don't know that there's any other options out there that are whoop style, fly it in the house during whoop season type of whoops out there right now that have this type of HD system on there, unless you go out and buy Goggles 3 and you set it up with a transmitter. That's the thing. This is the strange part of this. There is a better HD system out there. It's DJI Lite, okay? It's the O4 Lite, but you're going to have to pair that up with a radio. You're going to have to bind it up with your goggles, and that's one of the reasons that people contact me on my website, is to get help setting up all of that with the switches and Betaflight and all of that stuff. So this one is already all set up with an HD system in here, and you don't have to buy a set of $500 goggles that are all out of stock everywhere. So DJI is becoming less and less available, and that stock is drying up right now. So it's really important for us as a channel to be looking at these alternatives like Caddx, HD0, and Orca. Some people are going back to flying analog. So there's a lot of stuff changing in the FPV hobby right now, and it's happening kind of globally. So we have to make the right choices for the next 6 months to 12 months. Things are changing kind of quickly, and it does look like DJI is sort of on the chopping block. That's yet to be determined, but that's pretty much what's happening right now. So think about where you want to go in the next 6 to 12 months with your FPV hobby stuff. I'm going to give you some guidance as well on the channel. As always, I'm going to help you guys have a clear roadmap of what we can do next to keep flying in our hobby. And like they say, analog is never going to die. It's going to be always around. It may outlast like a nuclear war, like the cockroaches. So cockroaches and analog FPV will never die. It'll always be here. So with that said, think about what you want to buy for your next system. If you want to get into this ecosystem, it is this standalone little system as it comes out right now. So that's something to consider and think about. I'm sure they will expand on this because it is a very good system. So we'll have to see what Caddx does next with the Ascent Lite. Maybe they're coming out with an Ascent full out version, because Lite sort of makes me think that. So we'll see what they're up to next. But for now, you can get everything all you want to fly in one system for $369, much cheaper than getting into the DJI ecosystem. So I leave it up to you. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I will maybe do a full tutorial how to fly this baby if you guys want to. Let me know in the comments below. Please do like, comment, subscribe for that 5-inch that we're giving away on December 15th. So happy holidays, guys. Things are happening fast. I'm Justin Davis. I will see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.